Welcome to Sarah Scoop. Today we will be talking about the new trailer for Pixar's Soul. Pixar's been creating animated movies for the entire family for nearly 25 years. Soul is the next film to grace our screens and it will debut in November 2020. Dana Murray, the producer of the film, explains the inspiration behind the story in an interview with the Imagine Games Network. It really started when Pete's son was born, and seconds after he was in the world, he looked at him and he was already there, like who he was and his personality. And so I think that was the ultimate question of how does that happen?
What the?
Joe Gardner, who's voiced by Jamie Foxx, is a middle school band teacher based in New York who expected something a bit different from his life. In the middle of a life-changing day, Joe gets into an accident. Upon entering the Great Before, Joe meets one of the new souls, 22, voiced by Tina Fey, who's prepping to start her earthly life. They must team up so that he can return his soul to Earth before his body dies. Every good Pixar movie starts with an unexpected pair who teach each other a little bit about life along the way. This hilarious duo will surely be no different. So, what did we learn from this trailer? Pixar's animating skills get more and more impressive with each new film. This trailer showcased some of its beautiful animation work and its undeniable attention to the storytelling. They have spectacularly created a depiction of the ethereal cosmic realm. As Joe's soul falls down to the Great Before, his look changes through different stylized animations to show his progression and journey into a different world. This trailer showcases Pixar's ability to create sounds that don't exist in the real world. In the trailer, Joe's soul watches the story of his life unfold. The New York Times so poignantly states that Pete Docter has a way of making emotionally mature Pixar content with an It's a Wonderful Life feel. After viewing the trailer, we cannot agree more. It's a battle between optimism and cynicism when it comes to the movie's two main characters.
Okay, look, I already know everything about Earth, and I don't want anything to do with it.
You're missing out on the joys of life.
Some of the most important themes of the movie are questions that Tina Fey's 22 asks. Due to her disinterest in being a human, the cute little character poses some pretty big existential questions for a children's movie. We sure hope there's restoration in Joe's zeal for living after convincing 22 about the goodness of life.
Is all this living really worth dying for?
The trailer leaves us wondering, will Joe make it back to the human world to live out his dream? Will 22 decide she wants to make the trek from the Great Before to the human realm? And of course, as we must ask before each Disney film, how much are we going to cry? Classic physical comedy is a must-have of the children's movie genre, and Soul does not disappoint. When Joe discovers that there are no physical senses in the Great Before, he realizes his inability to smell or eat pizza. When he puts the pizza in his mouth, it quite literally goes straight through him with the perfectly hilarious pop sound. The soundtrack for this film is going to be ridiculously good. Joe Gardner's love for jazz will likely fill this movie to the brim with smooth jazz tunes. Since the film's based around his passion, or at times lack thereof, for his style of music, Pixar brought in the best of the best to create the soundtrack. According to Consequence of Sound, band members of the industrial rock band Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross have collaborated to create the score for the film. Additionally, famous artist Jon Batiste wrote some original jazz pieces for the film. From just over a few minutes of content, we can see that the voice casting for this film is perfect. Joe's soul, the lovable little blue guy, takes the audience through this epic tale while Jamie Foxx brings the character to life. Foxx spoke out on his Instagram about what the role meant to him. In an interview with IGN, Pete Docter described the character as buoyant. He complimented Foxx's ability to embody this character well. 22, the new infant soul in training, a small floating blue blob with way less style than Joe, is voiced by comedian Tina Fey. 22 must find her passion before beginning her life as a human, and Joe intends to help her. She will be his spunky sidekick who teaches him the rules of the cosmic world. Her combination of quick wit and physical humor will definitely keep the audiences laughing. It's the perfect fit for Tina Fey. If you listen carefully, audiences will also hear the recognizable voices of stars like Felicia Rashad as Joe's mother, Daveed Diggs, and Questlove from The Roots. This star-studded cast will undoubtedly create a new Pixar favorite. Months before the film's release, fans are falling in love with the characters. Many people have taken to rendering drawings of the animated protagonists in their own style. Though the film is not yet rated, it will likely be PG like the other movies created by the same directors and producers. The film's original release date was June of 2020, but Pixar shifted the premiere date to November 20th, 2020. As Cinema Blend so kindly points out, the premiere weekend is significant to Pixar history. The original Toy Story celebrates its 25th birthday in November of this year, and Pete Docter, Soul's director, played a huge role in the creation of Buzz and Woody's story too. This has been The Scoop on Pixar's new trailer for their upcoming film. Don't forget to like and subscribe.